Wait 2 more minutes. There are some issues are there. That why I deleted 2 times video. Okay. Now everything is fine. Okay. Port numbers discussion. Okay, okay. Wait, zoom. I will zoom it. There is port numbers discussion. Okay. And default port numbers. Default port numbers must and should be knows. Must and should be knows every IT professionals. Every IT professionals. Every IT professionals in every field. In every field. In every field. Every field that is discussion. Sorry. In every field. Every field means every field that is first one. First one. And after that in the in the world world of in the world of networking networking in the world of networking comma ports are essential for communication between. Okay, understand, visible, right? Communication between communication between services and servers. Services and services and servers. This is point number one. Point number one. Another thing is, and each DevOps and networking port numbers, each DevOps, comma, networking port numbers should be knows, should be knows. Okay, what are the networking port numbers? Each DevOps persons, and what are the networking port numbers we are using in the real world scenarios? Okay, okay. First one. Okay, first one. Port 22. 22. What is the port 22? In the SSH means secure shell. Secure shell. In this secure shell, secure cell for for accessing accessing the machine that is Windows machine, that is Windows to remote machines machines via RDP protocols, RDP or any other or any others, okay, any others, any others, and file transfer file transfers also we can use, in the RDP protocol. RDP protocols. RDP means remote to desktop pro, pro, protocol, or sometimes we can call it about RDC. Sometimes we can call it about RDC. Sometimes we can call it about RDC. 3389 is the port number by default. This is by default. This is by default RDP protocols. So I will show you how to enable RDP. So this is remote to desktop connections. Show options. This is username and password. This is my server name and display and local resource printer and experience and advanced protocols and settings. Automatic detect remote to desktop gateway. Okay, like this you can use. Okay, connections. So here, third one, HTTP port 80, 80, HTTP port 80, 80 by default web server port number, 80 or 8080 port numbers. We are using real-time scenarios. Without security, without security. Fourth one, HTTPS port 443, by default web server port number, with security connections, for security connections. Okay, security connections 443. I will show you what is the 443. So I am using my live stream here using connection secure. What is connection secure means we are using certificate and secure port number is 443 is the security port number. Okay, by default security port number is 443, or based on the organization we can use 443 or 4443. We can use real time scenarios, we can use 443 or 4443. Okay, and CyberArk port number 1858 is the port number. 1858 is the port number by default. By default, in this 7-layer security is enabled. 7-layer security. 7-layer security is available. All port numbers are blocked. All port numbers will be blocked. Will be blocked. Will be blocked by CyberArk. By CyberArk. This is the most important interview question. After that, port 3000. What is the 3000 is, what is GR AF and a Grafna used for monitoring web traffic, and dashboards, and monitoring dashboards. We are using Grafna and dashboards. And the seventh one, application accessing port number. Application accessing port number 9080 without security. Application accessing port number. Application accessing port number with security. 9443 is the port number. Okay, 9443 is the port number. Port 9200. Port 9200, that is Elasticsearch port number. Elasticsearch port numbers. If you are using any banking services, there is one search button is there. In the search button, we are using Elasticsearch in the backend. I will show you one small demo for this. Suppose I will use any banking services or any ICICI bank or any SBI bank. We are taking this. We are searching this. Search some example. My use loan. Search the loan. Okay, it will display the all type of loan. This is the Elasticsearch backend. We are using Elasticsearch. Okay, this is the Elasticsearch we are using, or some other search. We don't know exactly, but Elasticsearch will use these functions. Okay, Elasticsearch use these functions. Okay, 10th one, port number of MySQL 3306. Port number of MySQL 3306 is the default port number. 11th one, Oracle port number. Oracle DB port number 1521 is the port number, and DB2 port number. DB2 port number 50,000 is the port number. Some of the organization we are using based on the scenarios. We are using some changes in the default port numbers and all the things. Okay. After this, Kibna port number is 5. Kibna port number of the Kibna port number of Kibna port number Kibna, that is Kibna port number 5601 is the port number, and 14th one 14th one 14th one port 6379 Redis Redis comma fast memory fast memory fast memory comma data stage or data storage by using the cache memory by browser cache or any other caches. Okay, they are the most important. Port number 9100 port number 9100 node exporter node exporter port number collects hardware information collects collects hardware informations hardware and OS OS metrics for promo Prometheus. Okay, this is most important node exporter port number 16th one port 8080 port 8080 Tomcat by default Tomcat by default HTTP port 17th port number Elastic research completed port 5342 sorry 5432 PostgreSQL default port number and 18th one port 53 that is DNS domain naming system DNS domain naming system DNS port number 25 SM port number 25 port to 25. This is SMTP protocols for sending mails for sending the mails. Okay, 20 port number port 3100 Loki means log aggregation system for log aggregation system for storing for storing and log analysis purpose. Log analysis purpose. Analysis purpose. Okay. Kibana. Okay. 21. Okay. These are the most important port numbers. They are the 20 port numbers available in each DevOps and networking port number should be knows. Okay. The Elasticsearch 9200 port numbers. MySQL. Sorry, one more thing is pending. Port number SQL Server. Port SQL Server 1433 is the port number. 1433 is the port number. I will show you small demo for SQL Server. This is my SQL Server configurations and run as administrator and go to TCP IP protocols and go to IP address. This is 1433 is the port number. See, 1433 is the port number. You can see here and 1433. All port numbers say 1433 is there and and IP address also is there. For database connection purpose, we are using 1433 is the port number. Okay, like this notepad. Not close. Okay, don't worry about this. Okay. Any port number is okay. 22 port FTP protocol, file transfer protocol using 21 is the port number. Okay, 21 is the port number. Port 110, that is POP 3 is the port number. 24 is the 24. What is that means? 143 IMAP port 143 used for IMAP internet message access protocol. Internet message access protocol. Internet message access protocols. Okay. Port 23 using for telnet. Port 23 used for telnet. Telnet for telnet. User for telnet. Okay. And another thing is some reserved port numbers are available. Reserved. reserved ports from the range 0 to 1023 is the reserved port numbers. Reserved class A, class B, class C, class D. There are some classes are there. Class A, class B, and class C, and class D, and ports. Reserved port means using Air Force and all others using reserved port numbers. Okay. Reserved port numbers means use office purpose on all government officials are using reserved port numbers starting with 101, comma 111, comma 122, comma 143, 144, 151, like this, etc. Using like this, based on the organization can use these port numbers. Okay, etc. For dynamic ports, for the dynamic ports, means private or it's fully private or ephemeral. Ephemeral means confidential. Ephemeral range is for 49,152 to 65,535, and or never assigned port numbers 28, 27, and 29. Okay, 29 register port numbers. Registered port numbers, though these are registered port 10242, 49,151, 49,151 port numbers are registered port numbers. We cannot assign to all other port numbers. We can, if you want, we can buy the port numbers. Okay, these are these are not reserved ports. These are well known ports. Well known ports 0 to 1023. Okay. Anything missed? port number RPC port numbers. RPC port number is 3 1. Remote process dedicated remote to the process dedicated to remote procedures called RPC, which allows which allows which allows which allows RPC remote procedures protocols RPC client to discover what ports RPC services are allowed, sir, available or allowed. Okay, RPC remote process protocols. Okay, and port number and port 37 used for TP TP TP. It allows client to synchronize their time on a network network to a network, that is NTP over port is 123. NTP over the port, NTP network protocols. This is largely suppressed. Okay, these are the main port numbers we are using in the real-time scenarios. Okay, port number. Port 123 is the safe to open safe to open if properly secured and configurations. Your NTP server by installing by installing the latest version of NTP version of NTP. Okay, and does carry some security risks. Means sessions and any certificate related purpose. It will be very risk. It will be hacked. Some of the hackers. Okay, it will be hacked. Port 500 is one of the network protocol, the one of a few Networking protocols, networking ports used for VPN, virtual private network connections, virtual private networks, private networks, private networks. This is nothing but UDP port numbers, UDP port numbers, and another thing is RFC port number, port RFC port number 7296 is the port number. RFC is the RFC. RFC means Internet Key Exchange Protocol. Okay, these are the main protocols we are using. SSL VPN is 443. You are knows everything this. These are the main protocols. If anything is there, I will look. And one more thing is there. HTTPS for secure, we are using 8443 also we are using port numbers. Okay. And port 7 echo, echo service name. This is service name, and protocol is TCP or TCP comma UDP protocol. Okay. Port 20, that is FTP data, and the protocols are TCP comma SCTP, SCTP. Okay. And port 69 is TFTP. TFTP is the name, and UDP is the protocol. TFTP is the service name. TFTP is the service name, and Kerbos port 88. Kerbos is the service, and use TCP comma UDP datagram protocols. Okay. After this, 41 is the port number, and port 135, and the service name is Microsoft EP Map, and the protocol is TCP comma UDP. UDP is very fast, and a live stream purpose we are using. UDP is faster than TCP. TCP more faster than TCP, but not a secure connection, not secure. UDP uses live streams, that is TV live, or YouTube live fast transmission fast transmission missions, but TCP very slow but secure the packets, secure the packets, no data loss, no data loss. Okay, 137 already shows. Okay, yes, 137 is not there. Port 137 service is net BIOS, net BIOS, and the protocol is TCP comma UDP protocols. Okay, TCP comma UDP protocols. Port 381, 381 service is HP open view, and the protocols are TCP comma UDP protocol. UDP means universal datagram port. Okay, 443 is secure, and 465 is the port 465. SMTP simple mail transfer protocol over TLS transmission security protocol versus SSL comma SSM, and uses TCP protocols, uses TCP protocols. Okay, 593 already knows, and 593 is the port 593. Microsoft DCOM is the service and use TCP comma UDP is the protocols, ports, transmission control protocols. And another thing is 46 636 is the LDAP port number, LDAP secure port without security, 389 is the without security is the port number. Okay, 902 is VMware server port numbers, and unofficial we are using unofficial. Okay, 48 989 is the port using FTP overview of the over SSL using the ports TCP comma UDP is the port number, TCP comma UDP is the port numbers, and 49 990 is the port 990 port FTP over SSL, and using this also using TCP comma UDP. Okay, 50 is the port using 995 port using POP3 over SSL using TCP, UDP datagram protocols, and using 51 is the port number 1025 already knows Microsoft RPC remote call process calls using TCP is the port, and 52 is the port we are using 1194 Open VPN, and used TCP, UDP datagram port, and 53 is the port number. Okay, 1337 waste and unofficial. Okay, and 54 is the port. 1589 is the port. Cisco VQP port number. That is the service name. This is the port. TCP, UDP port, and 55 is the port. 1725 port for streaming, for live stream. We are using UDP port, already discussed. UDP is faster than the TCP. Okay, 2082 is the port. C panel unofficial port, and 57 is the port. 2083 and a RADSEC, C panel is the service. In the service we are using TCP, UDP protocols, and 58 is the port. In the 58 we are port, and 2483 Oracle DB. We are using TCP, UDP. Sometimes we are using Oracle means 1521, but some of the organization we are using 2483 also. Okay, 2484 also we are using, no issues. In the real time, 2967 semantic AV using TCP and UDP protocols, and 60 3074 is Xbox Live and TCP, UDP datagrams. 61 is the port, already knows MySQL 00J3724 3724 world of Warcraft using TCP, UDP datagram protocols. No, 62 is the port number. 5432 already knows. 5900 HS RFB /VNC, server. That is, we are using TCP, UDP protocols. 63 is the port, and a double six triple six five comma triple six nine. We are using IRC IRC using TCP protocols. Okay, and 64th is the port number 6881 bit torrent unofficial 65 is the port number 6999. This is the bit. Okay, this is the bit torrent unofficial. This also same bit torrent unofficials. And 66 6970 is the port. I quick time quick time and unofficial 8086 caps caps by caps sky AV antivirus using TCP protocol 67 and 68 8087 same caps sky AV and using UDP datagram. After this 69 is the port 9100 PDL and using TCP port number, and 70 is the port number 10,000 backup exe execute file unofficial 71 is the port number 12345 netbus is the port number unofficial 72 is the port number 31337 backup backup orifice and using unofficial 31337 unofficial 73 is the port number 27374 is the port number subnet 7 unofficial. These are the 73. Okay, these are the most important port numbers in the real world scenarios. Okay, real time scenarios. Most all port numbers, there are port range from 0 to 65,535 port numbers. In between only we can use in between. In this class A, class B, class D, class E also is there, and class A and class B and class C and reserved IP address and class D also. I think I am not aware this class D also reserved IP address. Okay, these are the main port numbers. Okay, these are the main port numbers we are using in the real time scenarios. See, port numbers discussion. Okay, thank you for watching this. Please share to this channel to your friends and family members. these are the port numbers for the remembering purpose, all the things. So thank you for watching and supporting this. Okay, we are closing the session. Okay.